LTU went to New York University to ask the students what is the worst part about this school.
I think it's just never feeling like you're doing enough. A lot of my friends and I feel like you can be very busy and have a lot of commitments and be doing a lot in your life, but you'll always feel like there's somebody else who's doing more, and that can lead you to feel like maybe you should be doing more, and I think that leads to burnout. So that's probably the worst part about being in the city, just because everybody else around you is like super accomplished and hardworking.
How much we gotta pay for this school? $70K, that's not worth it, first of all.
Definitely the cost.
Definitely the price.
The tuition fee is too expensive.
Besides tuition?
Sometimes it can be overwhelming. How many people there are, you can sometimes feel lost at NYU. It can feel very isolating, especially if you don't put yourself out there. And if you're just expecting to come across friends, you kind of have to be more autonomous and make the effort to meet people. And that could be hard for people that are more introverted or just not as comfortable with that.
The fact that we don't really have a college is kind of a problem in my opinion. I think college is supposed to be kind of a middle step in between childhood and adulthood as you graduate. And really what this does without having that campus and a coordinated kind of university atmosphere, pretty much just an adult right at the freshman year and treated like such and expected to act like such. And for some people they're just not ready, including myself. And either you make it out of that a really strong person that's got good values and is skilled and ready to take on the world, or you don't and you become a terrible person. And I've seen that happen to a lot of people I've known. Definitely would have been preferable to have campus.
We don't have football. We don't have football, and I think that we could use a better sports spirit. We don't really have much of that here.
The worst part, I miss the trees. Yeah, honestly, I see a pine tree and I cry a little.
And also the lack of community here. It's like you walk past someone on the street, doesn't matter if they go to New York, if they go here, or if they're just a New Yorker. It's like nobody cares about anybody else. It's like, it's kind of annoying. It's versus like at state schools, everybody knows everybody. It's like a whole community. It's annoying.
The worst part is that although NYU claims to be very diverse, people are very open to other beliefs, which frustrates the hell out of me, personally speaking. So I mean, I really hate the idea of just supporting, it's honestly, I hate bringing to politics, but that's mainly the biggest issue, especially with the election last year. You just had people who would just rant on Facebook, they would just go crazy, and if you disagree with them, instead of, listening or talking, they would just start crying. And it's like, I understand you're passionate about it, but you can't just cry because it's not even like I disagree with them. It's like I just disagreed with 10 policies, I disagreed on one of the 10. And that led to, just people just freaking out and crying, and that's honestly not what I tend to do. So honestly, people, they really try to be open-minded, or they try to focus on diversity, but the kids aren't very open-minded. So that's something that I personally really dislike.
I guess if you're looking for a sense of community, it's harder to find. It's really hard to make friends here. Everyone kind of gravitates to groups really fast, so making new friends is pretty difficult.
The relationship with your professors, for the most part, can be kind of distant because there are so many students and there are so many professors. So I'm sure, and they're all super qualified in their PhDs and whatever other endeavors that they're getting into, it seems like. So maybe they don't have as much time to spend with you as you'd like and develop that sort of personal relationship that you might want with a professor. So that's what I've found so far but it's like a small sort of thing.
Being in the vast minority does have an effect, because as open as NYU is, there is you will encounter those instances of just overt and covert racism, but that's also kind of a critique of the world at large. It's just, sometimes I forget this is a PWI.
I do think that even if we have this park, I still feel like there's not always a huge community.
So when I first came here, it was really hard for me to meet people, just because you have to really put yourself out there. And for me, I'm kind of a shy guy, and so it's hard for me to it's easier for me to respond when other people are, hey, like, you want to hang out and stuff, but instead, like, you really have to, like, make those first moves, and that's, like, the worst part. Just, like, you don't have, like, closed areas where you can, like, go and, like, meet people. Like, all the dorms, they're renovated hotels, and so a lot of people, like, don't hang out on the floors like traditional campuses, so it's just, like, hard to meet people. I'd say that's the worst part. But, like, when you do meet your people, like, it becomes, like, a really fun place to live in.
Before you go, please like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments which of these parts you think is the worst about NYU. Or you can let us know if you'd want to be a student here. After that, check out one of our other videos to keep the conversations going. Thanks for watching, we'll talk again soon.